Action! Take it back! Action! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Take it back! Action! 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 Take it back! Take it back!
Hello, people.
So please, guys, remember to donate.
Yeah. Taking it back.
This is Guy that
Oh, my name is Joseph. Hello, world. Hello, team. Taking it back. We're taking it back. You do that everywhere.
Zuba, we must appreciate you for your commitment towards this project we have started for the past 9 months. You have always shown that resilience, and you've always given us the support whenever we come calling. You have seen us countless times, especially your coordinators here. But today, the same person they bring before you on a daily basis, they do the grassroots, is here to say thank you. So before I hand over the mic to him, I want you to be coordinated. As many of your friends who are around, let them come here. The good news. The good news the presidential candidate will be having for us. AAC is the party. A committed young man is the candidate. And the symbol of the party is 2 hands up like this. Let's do this. AAC! Take it back! AAC! Take it back! AAC! Take it back! So before the presidential candidate will talk to you, I'll let your coordinator, a person of Kadir, to talk to those of us who understand Hausa language better. AAC! Take it back! Take it back! Action! Action! No going back! AAC! Take it back! AAC! Take it back! Take it back! Action!
Jama'an Zuba, muna gode muku, muna kuma ƙara gode muku akan goyon baya da kuka daɗe kuna bamu akan wannan tafiyan. mun dade muna zuwa muku campaign, mun dade muna gaya muku, mun dade muna baku labarin alheri da wannan dan takarar namu mai suna Omoyele Sowore yake da shi a zuciyarsa da ya kudura ya kawo mana. Mun dade muna gaya muku akan zalunci da gwamnatin da muke da su suke mana. Mun dade muna baku labarin wannan matashi wanda zai zo ya canza mana rayuwa in Allah ya sa mun zaɓe shi, kuma in Allah ya sa da yardan Allah zai zauna a wurin. Mun dade muna baku labarinsa. A yau Allah ya kawo sa da kansa zai zo ya ganku, ya ƙara baku bayani, ya kuma gode muku akan bayan baya da kuke masa, kuma ya ƙara nema, ya ƙara gaya muku cewa insha Allah in kuka tsaya da mu, kuka mara mana baya, kuka mara mishi baya gaba daya, in Allah ya da ba za mu ji kunya ba tare da mun bata muku lokaci ba. Ya shi asalin mataimakin shi dan shugaban kasar mu Dr. Rabiu zai zo ya dan Dr. Rabiu Rufai zai zo ya dan kara muku bayani. Barkanku da yammaci. A matsayina na ɗan takarar mataimakin shugaban ƙasa na wannan jam'iyya mai albarka African Action Congress, ina muku gaisuwa, ina ce muku assalamu alaikum. A yau muna tare da manyan mahimman mutane da suke cikin wannan jam'iyya na African Action Congress. Kuma mun zo ne mu gaida ku, mu ci gaba da sada zumunci, mu muku bayani, kuma mu muku godiya bisa karɓarmu da kuka yi hannu biyu a wannan gari mai albarka. Muna so mu sanar da ku yau gaba ɗaya ka cokan muke tare da ɗan takararmu na shugaban ƙasa wanda aka fi sani da Omoyele Sowore. Jama'ar wannan gari muna so mu sanar da ku rana ta fito. Kowa ya sani hali na kayi da ake ciki a wannan ƙasa. Harkokin tsaro sun taɓarɓare, harkokin ilimi, harkokin bayar da lafiya, harkoki na harkar noma da dai sauransu. Harkar tattalin arziki ta kanta a taɓarɓare take. Sau da shi ne muka zo a matsayinmu na wato jam'iyya da kuke gani ita ce mai hoton hannu haka ana ce mata African Action Congress. Mun zo mu sanar da kukan cewa duk waɗannan abubuwan muna sane, kuma mun yi yawo birni da karkara na wannan ƙasa, lungu da sako, muna gamuwa da al'umma irin suna ta yi mana fata na alkhairi. A haka ne muke muku godiya bisa karɓar mu da kuka yi, mazan ku da matan ku, yara da manya. Kuma muna so mu sanar da ku Allah ya yarda a ranar 16 ga watan Fabrairu na wannan shekara, ranar za a yi zaben shugaban ƙasa, muna so amfani da katin na zaɓe ku kaɗa mana ƙuri'a, saboda wannan jam'iyya ta zo da salo sabo na yin siyasa a wannan ƙasar. Sai sa muke cewa take it back, wato muna so mu canja wa Najeriya alƙibla. Hanyar da Najeriya take kai yanzu ba mai ɗorewa ba ce ba, ya samu a cikin kankin talauci, ya sa mutane samarinmu suna nan suna shaye-shaye. Siyasar da ake shi ne siyasa a bama mutane kuɗi ranar zaɓe su zaɓi mutum, amma ya shekara 4 yana ɗirka musu sata. Mu wannan ba shi ne alƙiblanmu ba. Mun zo ne mu gaisa da ku, mu sada zumunci da ku, saboda mun san abin da yake ci muku tuwa a ƙwarya, kuma da yardar Allah muka hau gwamnati za mu gyara abubuwa ɗaya bayan ɗaya. Sanin kowa ne kan cewa mutanen da suke shugabancin wannan ƙasa yanzu sun tsufa, sun gaji. Kamata ya yi shugaban ƙasa Buhari ya koma Daura, shi kuma a ciku ya koma Jada. An samu Omoyele Sowore ne ba ƙasar Amerika ya taho Najeriya ya gyara ta. Ni kuma aka ce in fito daga asibiti in zo Najeriya ake so gaba ɗaya ya tiyata. Najeriya a yanzu kun san halin da take ciki, kun san abin da likitoci suke cewa koma, kan cewa ba ta cikin hayyacinta gaba ɗaya. Saboda haka shi ne aka kawo mai girma Sowore don mu mata tiyata, kuma ba za a yi tiyatar nan ba sai da ƙuri'unku. Saboda haka muna muku fatan alkhairi, yammaci yayi wasu kun fito sana'o'inku za ku koma gida muna so ku gaida iyalanku matanku da ba su fito kasuwa ba ku gaya musu muna bukatar kuri'a su saboda haka ga dan takarar shugaban kasar mu zai hawo saboda ku yi mana
AAC, AAC, take it back. Thank you very much, our people, once again for coming out. This is our time.
Yes.
And our time is only going to be our time.
Yes.
We have waited for 58 years. Yes. They have been ruled and destroyed this country. Yes. And they have done it not against anybody but against us. And we must all wake up, sit up, and ensure that we take our country back.
Yes.
We must take our country back from the old people.
Amen.
Who have no plans for us.
Amen.
We must take our country back for the sake of the old people who have no plans for themselves.
Yes.
Because just as they are destroying the country for us, they are also destroying it for themselves.
Yes.
We owe them a duty to give them a befitting burial when they die.
Yes.
We do that for them. Anybody that has worked in this country will get the retirement benefit.
Yes.
But we want anybody that has worked and is tired and too tired to leave the way for us, the youth, to reorganize our country.
Yes.
This is why we are asking Buhari to go back to Daura next year. Because at the age of 78 or maybe 85, nobody can even tell how old the man is.
Yes.
The man has nothing else to offer. Yes. The APC has nothing else to offer you. Yes. The same thing applies to the PDP, the People's Deceiving People Party. Or Papa Deceiving Pekin or Pekin Deceiving Papa, as they call them. They have nothing else to offer us. This is the country they left behind in the last 20 years. Everywhere is dirty. Our young people have no jobs. When we are sick, we have no hospitals to go to. Our best water is called pure water, which is impure in reality. We have no electricity when we sleep at night. We have no schools to send our children to. And when they are sick, they go to London to go and seek treatment. When their children fall off of Okada, they go to Germany to go and seek treatment. Yes. But when we fall off Okada here,
where do we go to?
We are on your own. These are a bunch of very deceitful leaders. What they call Munafikin, Banza.
Yes.
And the other people, the PDP people are the people you call Barawu Banza. Nigeria doesn't need any one of them anymore. We need to take our country back. Yes. So that very soon, ladies and gentlemen, we can have a country that's working for you and me.
Amen.
Yes, we can have a country that we can be proud of. Yes. Look, before in 1983 we did Ghana must go in Nigeria. Now Ghana is planning Nigeria must go. Yes. Because Nigeria has not progressed since 1983. Even small. That was the last time Buhari was the president of Nigeria, 1983. If you are born in 1983, some of you have never gotten a job before. Some of us have never seen a doctor before. Yes. Is that the way a country should be? No! No. And I know that they have stolen enough money to go and be organizing big rallies. But do you know the funniest thing? They are not even organizing rallies anymore because nobody is listening to them even when they do their jamboree rallies. Yes. Nobody is fooled anymore. Nobody is collecting their rights. Even when people collect their rights, they are not excited about their government. They have nothing to campaign on. I was watching the campaign in Kano yesterday or today. Buhari has to send his wife to go and represent him. The reason is that Buhari himself cannot leave Abuja. Nobody even knows where Buhari is, to be honest with you. They say Buhari is working only 4 hours a day. Some people even claim that the Buhari we have is not Buhari, that he came from Sudan. Me, I don't care whether the Buhari come from Sudan or he come from Daura. We are going to defeat him this year. If you are a student in Nigeria today, what is your fate? Lecturers are on strike.
you have no chance of going back. You don't know the day you are going to go back to school and finish your schooling. But guess who is going to be the president of Nigeria? A man who created a university for himself the last time lecturers were on strike, Atiku. Nobody in Nigeria can afford to go to Atiku's university except your father is a thief. They destroyed public institutions in this country so that they can be making profit of our suffering and sorrow. Are you going to continue to accept that? No! This is the reason why our political party, the African Action Congress, founded, motivated, inspired by young people like you and me, have said that enough is enough. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not pretending that we are going to cause a revolution in this country. Yes. That is why we call our campaign Revolution Now. Because the suffering is enough. The kind of poverty and starvation and penury visited upon us is the reason why all these political parties can give you 5,000 naira during the election time and expect that you will vote for them, and after 4 years you will never hear from them again. The reason why we are setting up our system is to flush all of them out of our system so that our country can make real political progress. I see all of you young people. I see your faces. You should be happy, but you are not happy. If you have not watched Manchester United versus Arsenal, you are not happy. If you have not played Bet Niger, you are not happy. But that is not the way our life is supposed to be. You are supposed to have a job after you finish from the university. In fact, you are supposed to have a job after you finish from secondary school. Because the president of Nigeria today doesn't even have a secondary school certificate. And he has the biggest job in Nigeria. Yes. Are we serious at all? No. This is the reason why we must change this country, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be apologetic about it. When you go back home, talk to your mother, talk to your brother, talk to your sisters, talk to your family members and relatives that you are tired of the current regime of deceit, hunger and poverty. Yes. That you are tired of trader money, which is bribery and corruption. Can you believe that our vice president, who is a lawyer and also a pastor, is going around bribing voters with 10,000 naira that is labeled trader money? AAC! Take it back! Take it back! Action! That is the highest level of shamelessness. And as you know, we want to teach them a lesson, but they are running away. That is why they remove our name from those who are going to debate in the presidential debate on January 19th. But we are taking them to court. And tomorrow, if you're in Abuja, come to the LCT High Court as well, where we are going to be in court to challenge our removal from the debate. Yes. Because if we debate them, they will evaporate. Yes. If we debate them, they will diffuse into thin air. Yes. Because we'll be able to expose them in public before over 10 to 20 million Nigerians have been watching TV that night. But whether we debate or not, we are going to defeat them. Yes. That is why we are appealing to you. Use your PVC, but your PVC is not enough. Use your common sense. Yes. Do not accept the ritual money that they give every 4 years. Because the moment you collect that money from them, your destiny will be changed. Yes. If you are supposed to make progress before, you will never make progress. Yes. Their children will be going abroad to go to school. One person in Nigeria, the school fees of one governor in Nigeria can pay scholarship to about 2,000 students. Yes. But they don't care about you. But this is a party that cares about you. This is a party of electricity 24 hours a day. This is a party that is promising to pay workers 100,000 naira per month. This is a party that is there to fight corruption. This is a party that will provide free healthcare, and this is a party that will provide our Nigerian students 100,000 of study allowance every semester. So if you are in the university, you will get 200,000 from us every year to go to school.
AAC, take it back! Take it back! Action!
If you are not going to school as a child now, we will invest 100,000 naira on every child that is out of school, so that our children will not be selling on the street when they are supposed to be in school. Their children are not selling on the streets. Their children are buying things that they shouldn't be affording. But they send our children, some of them 8 years old, 14 years old, everybody is just struggling on this. Sometimes some of them are almost killed on this highway by fast-moving vehicles. That is not the way a country should be. And Nigeria is blessed abundantly. Don't let anybody lie to you that Nigeria cannot afford to pay workers, or that Nigeria cannot afford to send their children to school. It is the greatest lie of all times. Nigeria can afford to send all Nigerian children to school. Nigeria can afford to treat all Nigerians of any ailment. The man standing next to me is a medical doctor. He's our vice president. I asked him on my way here, is it possible to have universal health care, free health care? And I just said, it's possible, but you need political will. Political will is absent when the person who is president of Nigeria is politically weak. When the presidency is controlled by the cabal. According to the wife of the president, 2 people are ruling Nigeria and they have not even democratically elected. These are members of the cabal. AAC,
take it back!
AAC,
take it back!
I want them to be hearing this in Aso Rock.
AAC, take it back! Take it back! Take it back! Take it back! Take it back!
Because we are moving into Aso Rock this year. We are going to become, the person standing in front of you is going to become the democratically elected president of Nigeria come February 16, 2019. The man next to me is going to be the vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on February 16, 2019. 2019 is a year of total liberation. 2019 is going to be a year of cabacide. You know what cabacide is? The killing of cabals. Yes. So that when you vote for somebody as a president, you are going to be served by the president, not the cabal hiding behind the president. 2019 is a year of a healthy president as well, not the president that is sick.
No.
Our Baba, after election now, that is if they can manage him before the election, he's probably going to go to London. You understand? But after 2019, Baba will be going to London again for medical treatment. You guys know how the routine is. And you will not see him for another 4 years. We have been warning people what Buhari did to us this year, last 4 years, will be a child's play if you re-elect him again. Maybe you have Boko Haram, you are complaining. When he came, what did he do? He added herdsmen to it. Yes. When people are saying that herdsmen is too much, he went to Zamfara. They added cattle rustlers to it. When Zamfara people are still complaining, Katsina, his own town, he has also added another group of bandits to it. That is Buhari for you. Those who voted for Buhari because they said he's a northerner. The north is under siege right now. The poverty in the north is more than any part of Nigeria. Children are dying. Under Buhari's regime, Nigeria became the headquarters of poverty in the world. We took the position from India. Under Buhari's regime, Nigeria became a place where you are likely to die before you reach the age of 5. These are the statistics. We didn't make it up. This came from the United Nations. And these people have no shame. They have the audacity and the temerity to ask us again to vote for misery for another 4 years. Are you going to accept that? No! Are you going to vote for them again?
No!
Vote for the right party. Vote for the right stamina. Vote for the right energy. Vote for the right intellect. Because that's also very important. What we are hearing, as according to Amechi, is that Baba doesn't even know what is happening. Amechi said it in a tape that Buhari doesn't read. Amechi is not saying anything new. If Buhari was reading, Buhari will have WAEC. That's why we are still looking for his WAEC inside everywhere, inside cooking pot, under pillow, everywhere. They can't find it. So Amechi is not saying anything new that we don't know. But it is good that it's coming from one of them, so that you will understand that there is no hope under this government. Greatest Nigerian people! Greatest Nigerian people! We are very grateful to you once again for coming out en masse. Nobody paid you money to come and listen to us, right? Look at people who are selling it, waited to listen to us. That load you are carrying on your head, we are going to remove it and give you a cap that is befitting. Amen. You will be the future of this country. Amen. And not the dregs of Nigeria. That is what we are promising you. Everybody that has a heavy yoke now, they will be relieved of it this year as soon as we win the election. Amen. So we want to thank you very much. Thank you. And we hope that you will spread the message. They have been saying something to people that, oh, these young people should wait for another 4 years. Let us tell you, under Buhari, you cannot last another 4 years in this country. I'm telling you, if you survive these 4 years, if you allow them to come back, we'll be dropping dead like chickens because of hunger, starvation, and diseases. If hunger doesn't kill you under Buhari, starvation will kill you. If starvation doesn't kill you, Boko Haram is there to carry out the rest. If Boko Haram doesn't finish you, Herdsman is there to finish you. If Herdsman doesn't finish you, cattle rustler is there to finish you. If cattle rustler is not there to finish you, SAS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, is there to finish you. If SAS doesn't finish you, Army is there to finish you. If Army don't finish you, police is there to finish you. Yes. If police don't finish you, Cabal is ready to finish you. If Cabal don't finish you, Buhari wife will finish you. If Buhari wife don't finish you, Atiku will finish you. If APC don't finish you, PDP will finish you. Please, don't follow these people anymore. Follow the right path, follow the real party. Just wave the flag to them again. This is the party of And the logo of our party is a very, very interesting one. We have 10 agenda led by security, power, that's electricity, infrastructure, anti-corruption, economy, restructuring, health, education, agriculture, and tourism. These are 10 things, right? Yes. And this is the logo of our party. Yes. Then 10 fingers. And there's sunshine. You can do that if you have time. You can raise up your 2 hands and do that. Yes. Thank you so much.
Take it back! Take it back! Action!
Action! And you know that they have been showing 8 fingers, right? Those are 8 leprous fingers of the Buhari regime. Our own is 10 real fingers. They have nothing to hide. Anybody that is doing this, there's something wrong with this. Yes. Our own is clear 10 fingers, and we have 10 programs to lift Nigeria out of poverty and put Nigeria on the path of progress, prosperity, and peace. We thank you once again so much. You can also follow us on social media. We enjoin you to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, where we are constantly campaigning. And if you want to see our manifesto, they are also available online. For those of you who may not have it, our Abuja people will make them available in hard copies, or they'll send it to you by WhatsApp, right? We are a digital party. That is why you don't see our billboards all over the place, because we don't have money to steal to erect billboards. We want to erect our billboards in your minds and in your head. We don't need to be putting billboards on the road when you already understand us. Let us tell you the secret. We started 9 months ago as a political movement known as Take It Back movement. 3 months ago, we became a political party. In Nigeria today, there are only 3 political parties that is recognized to be fighting for the election. It is the PDP, which we are going to defeat, the APC, which will beat down very well. And the most important party is AAC. And how did we become the number 3 most important political party? It didn't have anything to do with posters, or it didn't have anything to do with billboards. We are not giving people money. Our rallies are like this, very organic, real human beings, are not hired crowds. We are not paying anybody. But guess what? The message is spreading from every part of the world. It's not only in Nigeria that we are popular all over the place. But another thing that has happened with our party, which has never happened in the history of this country, ordinary people are donating to our party instead of collecting money from us. We are close to 100 million naira of donation from the public. People are donating $500, $100 to us, 500, 1,000. Some people have donated up to $1 million naira because we don't have godfathers. When we come to office and come to power next year, we are going to create a cemetery for godfathers. We will bury all of them. Because there's no way you can make Nigeria work if you collect money from godfathers. The godfathers are the ones who are controlling our economy. And we have decided to do away with them by going directly to the people. The reason why Buhari and Atiku cannot campaign like us is that they dare not come to you the way we came out to you today. But guess what? We have just left Suleja before we came here. Before we came from Suleja, where did we go to? Kaba in Kogi State. When we left Kaba, where did we go to? Lokoja, right? When we left Suleja, where did we come to? Zuba today. They dare not, in fact, if they want to pass this place, they have to close the road because of the anger of the public against them. Yes. They are afraid of you because they have done you wrong things. But we are not afraid of you because we are part of you. Yes. And we are going to take our country back together. And don't let anybody discourage you. They will tell you all kinds of stories why we cannot win or why they think it's not our turn. It's a lie. It's a facade. We are about to win. Yes. And they have seen it that we are going to defeat them. Let me tell you one last thing. This is very important. PDP is not the opposition that APC is afraid of. They are afraid of you and me. They are afraid of young people who have collected PVCs and kept it as a secret weapon that they will use to defeat and disgrace them in this election. Yes. We just came from INEC today. Do you know what percentage of young people are registered to vote? 51%. If all of you, young people, let's assume that those people don't vote for us, all of you decide to vote for us, we'll be winning the election by 51%. And that's all we need to defeat Buhari and Atiku. And we'll take our country back and fix the country and make it the most fantastic country in the world. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. Somebody said they have a question. We take questions when we go out. Please, go ahead.
Sir, we are all youths.
Yes.
We are all youths. What we just need is, what are the promises we have for ourselves? Because we've allowed the everyone to lead us for a long time. So what are the promises we have for ourselves? Yeah.
Thank you very much for that question. We have made it very clear that our government will be a government of youths, by youths, and for the youths. And when you talk about youth, what do you need? You need education. You heard me say that anybody that is not going to school, I will send them to school. Anybody that is in school, if you are a university student, I will give you study allowance of 100,000 naira per semester. What else do you need after you graduate from the university? You need jobs. Jobs, jobs, jobs. And when you get jobs, which I'll talk about, what do you need? You need wages that are commensurate, that can give you that dignity that you need as a laborer. How are we going to get jobs? We are planning 5 million jobs upon assumption of office. It's not the APC type of jobs. Our own are very, very specific. We plan to hire 200,000 teachers, 160,000 health workers. And we'll train the teachers for 6 months at first and unleash them on every school that you can find in this country. But it's not enough to hire teachers. You have to pay them well. That is why we are proposing young people to pay you 100,000 naira per month. You are entitled to it because while we are not paying you, we are paying stupid senators and House of Rep members 14 million naira a month. Do you know how much? Do you know how long it takes you to make 14 million naira? You have to work for 37 years if you are earning the minimum wage that they are proposing now. So it's not about finding you jobs, it's about paying you the rightful wage, what we call living wage. Where are the jobs coming from? Technology is one of them. We want to increase the electrical delivery in this country, that is power, from 3,000 megawatts to 24,000 megawatts. Combination of sources. But one of them is actually the thing you are looking behind you. Sunlight. It's called solar power. So all of you that are here selling pure water, there will be job for you to be building solar power plants. And while you are doing it, you are learning technology so that when you are done with Nigeria, the whole of Africa will be looking for you to come and work. In this country today, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to construct a house, you can never even hire in Nigeria. You have to go to Benin Republic to go and find somebody who knows how to do tiles. Because we haven't taken care of our technical education in such a way that our people are very good at what they know how to do. They have destroyed our country. But apart from that, we are doing 1,000 agricultural entrepreneurs out of every local government. There are 774 local governments in Nigeria. That will give you how many? 1,774. You can do the calculation. 774,000 jobs just from agriculture alone. What we are going to do is that instead of buying Prado jeeps and driving up and down and closing the roads, we buy tractors in this country. It does two things for you. It does two things for you. It provides jobs for people who want to work in the farms, and it also brings about food security and self-sufficiency in this country. Right? When you talk about jobs in Nigeria, the rich people are always giving themselves jobs. When there's jobs at the central bank, they go and hire children of chieftains of APC. When it is time for you to look for a job, they give you end power. End power is the worst disempowerment of anybody. Even after you start the end power, they don't even pay you the little money they are supposed to pay you. When your parents complain, they go and bring trader money. Is it trader money that Osibajo's wife is using to survive? No!
Ask them!
Is that not is it not an insult that our parents who are suffering out there, the best we can give them is trader money? Which is just peanuts. Peanuts. So the solution for us is to have our young people have enough jobs in this country so that you are not looking forward to traveling to Libya or to go to Europe to go and die in the Mediterranean Sea for nothing. That is what we have said. Part of the reasons why we can't give you everything we plan is that anytime we expose our strategies, APC is still our strategies, is still our programs, and they go and use it. What about roads? Every road in Nigeria should be like dualized. I'm not saying it should be like this, it's a terrible road. But it's dualized and clean. I want to dualize all the highways in Nigeria, about 20,000 kilometers of highway in Nigeria. By the time we dualize it, what are the people going to dualize it? Young people. And when we said work as road construction workers, we are not saying that you should be carrying, pan on your head. We are asking construction companies who have equipment to come and hire you and you work for them. And we are not asking you to be transported the same way Julius Berger is transporting people as if they are goods. Everybody that is working in construction, you'll be in air-conditioned, luxurious buses as if you are taking APC to work and back. That is the future we are promising young people. This is the future we know is possible. This is the future we know we can invest in. And we urge you to trust us. Let us waste our votes on ourselves.
I support you.
Yes. Thank you very much. There's another person with a question at the back there. There's a guy wearing... No, we are not afraid to answer questions. Only Buhari that cannot answer questions now.
AAC!
Take it back!
Yes, sir. What I want to ask is,
My name is Ola, but I watched you on what is it called? AIT. I think about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Then when you mentioned one statement now that they remove AAC from debate.
The debate, yes.
So who organized the debate? Is it AIT or who are the one that?
AIT now, everybody knows.
It's not actually not the AIT. There's a group they call the Nigerian Election Debate Group.
Okay.
It's one phony group like that. They have no office. But it's like an NGO. But in the past, people don't pay attention to them because there's not much at stake. Now there's a lot at stake. And they said they were choosing people who would debate against the major parties. And when they did their own online poll, we won as number 3. When they did research, we won as number 3. When they did everything, we were winning. In fact, in some places, we defeated Buhari and Atiku combined together. But now, they were afraid that if we go and debate, I go open book for them, as Fela Kuti used to say. That I will expose all of them. Because, for those of you who may not know, I used to be the founder, or I'm still the founder of Sahara Reporters. I have all their secrets. And I was keeping the secrets so that I will be hitting them with it on national TV on the day of the debate. And they actually reached out to me to see if I can mellow down. I tell them I cannot mellow down because what is at stake is very, very important. So that is how they decided to remove me as one of the debaters. But we are in court and we'll go back to court tomorrow. That's why we invite any one of you who is in Abuja proper. You can come to FCT court by 9 a.m. We'll be there until we get a favorable judgment.
Then the second question is, by God's grace, if you emerge as Nigerian president,
you should use the word when I emerge.
When by God's grace,
Action!
But what are you going to do with the issue of herdsmen and what is it called, the farmers?
Yes. You see, we are talking about security in general. Herdsmen is not the only problem that is confronting Nigeria. We have Boko Haram, we have herdsmen, we have cattle rustlers, we have bandits in different parts of the country. The problem with Nigeria is that our security architecture has collapsed. Because why? We are no longer buying equipment. The organs are cornering the money for buying equipment. I'm sure as we are here, there are police officers who are not in uniform, SSS men. They can testify to the truth. The second other problem is that terrorism and other problems has become a business in Nigeria. Another thing is that anytime there's a problem in Nigeria, security problem that doesn't go away, there is somebody supporting the problem from the top. And that is what we know about the herdsmen. When they go and kill somebody, they never get arrested. If they ever get arrested before evening, they have been released. Because they have their godfathers inside Aso Rock or in the police force. The moment you change the current operators of our security architecture, all of these things will change. But most importantly, we are going to train our police officers. We are going to remove soldiers from the city so that they can be doing the job of territorial protection of the territorial integrity of Nigeria. Yeah. If you go around these days, you go to a party, soldier go there, they help a guy wife carry bag.
They even beat people. Sir.
Yeah, they beat people. There was a time I had to stop some soldiers from beating people on my way from Redeemed Church camp on the way to Lagos. So we will put out a comprehensive security reform process that will make sure that there is prevention before things break down. Most of the time, people are aware that herdsmen are coming, but we don't go and use our soldiers to wait for them or police until after the damage has been done. So prevention is very important. Then enforcement is there, and of course there will be prosecution. And I have no friends when it comes to fighting for what is right. Those who went to university know me, know that about me. Yes.
Wisdom, sir.
Yes.
There have been an abandoned project for a while. Now our founding father has embarked on, especially maybe when we talk about the Jakarta company came to there have been maybe 93 or 97% just remaining 3%. What is your intention towards that? Oh, you don't have any agenda towards that?
What are we talking about here? Nigeria itself is an abandoned project. Yes. The whole country. There's nowhere you go to that everything is not abandoned. But with regards to Ajaokuta, we will, of course, revive that company because it will provide employment to a lot of people. And it will make Nigeria become an industrial giant in the area of production of steel. But here is what I will tell you. Before you go and revive Ajaokuta, make sure that Ajaokuta is up to date. Because a lot of the equipment there are also very obsolete. And that investigation must be done before you make your next investment. Otherwise, you will have Ajaokuta 2 in your hands. Ajaokuta is a monument of corruption. It's a monument that should be dedicated to the most mindless looting of Nigeria's resources. If you know how much was spent on Ajaokuta, you'll be weeping for this country. But part of what I think we should do is to look at the people that stole the money that was meant to do Ajaokuta, and if they still have anything that they are hiding, we should collect it from them. I am one of the people that believe that people who stole against us, who are stealing our Nigerian resources, there is no limit or statute of limitation when it comes to crime against humanity. And the kind of robbery that has happened in this country is crime against the Nigerian humanity. And we must address it. When I say this, people warn me, don't say that we are going to punish people who are thieves. No, we have to be very clear. We cannot keep rewarding thieves with national honors when they should be in prison. And the people who are not supposed to be in prison are the ones that are languishing in prison. As I was telling you earlier, when you don't train your children, you don't send them to school, you have to send them to prison. And when we are here saying that, oh, we don't even know if we have money to pay scholarship for students. But we have money to pay 14,000 naira to feed a prisoner in Nigeria per day. But we don't have money to give to our children who need to go to school, or our brothers who need to get jobs. That is our promise. Ajaokuta will be revived and we'll get it working. We'll do so as soon as possible, but we must make sure that a good portion of it is still viable and it will not be another drain pipe. That is my only due diligence that I'll tell you. Thank you so much. For those of you who have not been following us, you know when Buhari was doing his campaign 4 years ago, they called him Say Baba. Yes. Now we have retired Say Baba, we are now doing Say Bobo. Say Bobo. Say Bobo. You need a young person. Yes. No more Say Baba. Say Bobo. So, we have we need fresh blood. Fresh blood. Now we are very glad that we've been able to spend our evening with you. Trust me, and I make this final promise before I leave, that help is on the way. Nigeria's help is on the way. And help is on the way for every one of you. Amen. And after the election, we'll see again. And we'll be able to rejoice. Because our joy at that time would have fully arrived. And we can then have a truly happy new year. After the election, when we win, we wish ourselves happy new year again. Amen. Thank you so much.
Say Baba.